In our research, we set out to determine how much the beginning of the rainy season in Vietnam varies from year to year and if ENSO, or El Niño and La Niña events, play a role. We found that the beginning of the rainy season has nearly 2 weeks of interannual variation across the different agroclimatic regions of Vietnam, and that there is potential predictability with respect to ENSO in 2 important agricultural regions, the Central Highlands and the Mekong River Delta. The Central Highlands are the crucial growing region for Vietnam's coffee crop, and the Mekong River Delta produces the majority of the country's rice crop. For many farmers across the world, the rainy season is of crucial importance. The timing of this season influences land preparation, the sowing and transplanting dates of major crops, and the mobilization of agricultural materials, manpower, and equipment. Irregularities in rainfall can have major impacts on agricultural decision-making, yield, and farmer livelihoods. For our analysis, we first created an agronomic definition of the rainy season onset, or in other words, defined what constitutes the beginning of the rainy season with respect to the water needs of regional crops. We then tailored that definition for each of the 7 agroclimatic zones because of differing rainfall patterns across these zones. This then made it possible to identify the onset dates between 1980 and 2010 for each zone and examine any observed patterns. When we did our analysis, we found 3 main results. Firstly, the onset dates differ across the 7 agroclimatic zones within each year. Secondly, the onset date has a standard variation of 2 weeks from one year to the next across all zones. And lastly, we found a relationship between ENSO and the rainy season onset in 2 of the agroclimatic zones. These results are important because when we know of a pending El Niño or La Niña event, we might be able to skillfully predict the start of the rainy season in 2 of the agriculturally significant regions of Vietnam, information that could be hugely important to farmers when making agricultural decisions in atypical years. And we now know that across Vietnam there is typically 2 weeks of variability in onset dates, which presents challenges for future subseasonal forecasting.